Sometimes it's more advantageous to appear less intelligent than we are. It can help us build better relationships and advance our careers. If we want to find the perfect partner for life, we shouldn't scare them away by appearing too intelligent. Instead, we should act dumb. If we want to climb the career ladder, we should be fools. And if we want to live a happy, stress-free life, we should be complete morons. Undoubtedly, there's a difference between acting stupid and actually being stupid. You don't need to destroy your brain cells with chemicals to achieve ultimate stupidity. Usually, it's enough to simply play dumb. Now, let's examine why being a fool, or being perceived as stupid, is often better for success. Our journey through stupidity is divided into three main parts. Firstly, we discuss why being stupid can be beneficial for building relationships or pursuing a career. Next, we reveal how to use dullness to win a debate against a more intelligent opponent. After that, we remind ourselves of the remarkable resilience of dumb individuals throughout history. Finally, in conclusion, we reveal 3 additional advantages of being a fool. Part 1. For the love of people, play dumb. Sad but true. People often seek out companionship with those they perceive as less intelligent or capable than themselves to feel a sense of superiority or intellectual dominance. This idea was formulated by the German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, who argued that this instinctual desire for superiority can lead people to seek out stupid company, even if it is not beneficial for their intellectual growth or well-being. For example, if your future boss suddenly feels during a job interview that you are more intelligent than he is, there's a chance he may feel threatened by you, and you may not be hired. What does this observation mean for you? The smarter you are, the less likely you will be welcomed into the company of lesser intelligence. This means fewer invitations to parties and fewer chances of meeting someone important, whether it be the love of your life or a convenient person who could help you with your career. On an inner level, most people do not want to see a smartass around them, as they are afraid of being overshadowed by someone more intelligent. Schopenhauer understood this well. During his lifetime, he isolated himself due to his intelligence and superiority, which society labeled as arrogant and uneasy to be around. Schopenhauer's mother, a 19th century German philosopher and writer, wrote to her son, "All of your good qualities become obscured by your super cleverness. With this, you embitter the people around you, since no one wants to be improved or enlightened in such a way. Sometimes letting yourself be a little bit dumb can please not only the people around you, but also yourself. It can drastically increase your quality of life. For example, imagine 2 people, one highly intelligent and one less so, both working in the same boring office job. The intelligent person may constantly question the purpose of his work, its place in society, and whether it is fulfilling his personal goals. This may lead to feelings of frustration and dissatisfaction. The less intelligent person, on the other hand, may simply accept the job as a means to an end, without questioning its larger significance. He may be content with his paycheck and the routine of his work, without feeling burdened by existential questions. Part 2. Foolishness as a lethal weapon. In The Art of Controversy, Arthur Schopenhauer discussed the role of stupidity in arguments and debates. He argued that stupidity can be a powerful tool in debates, particularly in situations where one party is being deliberately difficult or obstinate. Schopenhauer believed that by acting foolish or ignorant, a person can frustrate opponents and throw them off balance, making it more difficult for them to make a coherent argument. A confused intellectual can lose ground, while a confident idiot will gain the love of the masses. During your lifetime, have you seen examples of very dumb politicians, parliament workers, or even presidents who, for some reason, beat much more clever opponents during election campaigns? If so, you can understand the power of dumb boldness. Do you need to be an idiot to use stupidity as a weapon? Not necessarily. Is it effective? Yes, it is. Is it moral to use it? That is a question for another discussion, because there are supporters and opponents of such tactics. Schopenhauer personally believed that, most ethically, stupidity can be used as a defensive tactic in debates. By appearing to misunderstand or misinterpret an opponent's argument, a person can deflect criticism and avoid having to defend their position. However, Schopenhauer was careful to note that the tactic of using stupidity in debates should only be used sparingly and with caution. He believed that true intellectual growth and progress could only come from engaging in honest, open-minded debates with others, rather than relying on shady tactics. Oh boy, one of the most pessimistic philosophers in history, Arthur Schopenhauer, had a more favorable view of future politicians than we do today. Nowadays, politicians use every dirty trick up their sleeves to gain power, and it seems that stupidity is one of their favorite and deadliest weapons. Part 3. Survival in dullness. In dangerous, life-threatening situations such as hostage-taking, wars, and terrorist acts, stupid people may be overlooked. Why? Because they are considered useless. It is better to hide your intelligence. Otherwise, be prepared to face harsh consequences. The nail that sticks up will be hammered down, warns a Japanese proverb, emphasizing that it is not always wise to showcase your wit. History is full of examples of suffering intellectuals. During the Nazi regime in Germany, thousands of scientists, writers, artists, and musicians were considered un-German and were particularly targeted for persecution, torture, and murder. The Nazis were not interested in dull people or those who pretended to be dull. During the Cultural Revolution in China, from 1966 to 1976, Mao Zedong and his followers targeted bourgeois elements, including intellectuals, teachers, and professionals. All of them were smarter than average. They were sent to labor camps, subjected to public humiliation, and sometimes executed. The period after the Russian Civil War was marked by violence and upheaval, and many intellectuals and educated individuals were targeted and persecuted by the new Soviet regime. The Bolsheviks, led by Lenin and later Stalin, viewed the intelligentsia with suspicion and considered it a potential threat to the new order. Many were arrested, imprisoned, or executed during the Red Terror, a period of intense violence and repression. They were not killed for criticizing the new Soviet country. They did not even dare to do that. Intellectuals were destroyed simply because their intelligence exceeded the allowed level. Only people who masterfully played dumb survived these dark times. Appear weak when you are strong, wrote ancient military strategist Sun Tzu in his work, The Art of War. And it seems that many people throughout history did exactly that by hiding their cleverness. Yes, modern society may criticize its ancestors and dislike such survival tactics. However, as Schopenhauer argued, the opinions of outsiders are not essential for the happiness of an individual. We can survive and be happy, even if all our neighbors think poorly of us. Playing dumb for creativity and easy life. Even in the animal kingdom, species with less intelligence have a greater chance of survival. Take cockroaches, for example. They are considered less intelligent than lions, dolphins, and cats. But there are billions of them worldwide, and their ability to survive in almost any environment is impressive. They can survive without food or water for long periods, and even withstand nuclear radiation. Remarkably, cockroaches can even survive for several weeks to a few months after their head is cut off. However, let's forget about insects and conclude our conversation in a more pleasant and human-focused way. As discussed earlier, playing dumb can help survive a Nazi regime and successfully fight a more intelligent opponent in arguments and debates. Stupidity can also lead to a successful career, a happy family, and a large group of friends. In addition to these benefits, there are several more advantages to being dumb that can enhance our lives. For instance, one can relax and not have to study so much. A person who is not well versed in a particular subject may be less likely to feel embarrassed or ashamed when he makes mistakes or is proven wrong, and may be more willing to admit his lack of knowledge and learn from others. Overthinking can also be reduced. People who are overly analytical or critical may find it difficult to enjoy simple pleasures or experiences, while less intelligent or critical individuals could be more likely to enjoy the moment and appreciate life's simple pleasures. Finally, more creativity can arise. Someone who is not overly concerned with social status or material possessions may be freer to pursue creative or artistic endeavors that bring them joy, rather than feeling the need to constantly work or accumulate wealth. While intelligence has its advantages, it is important to remember that there are also advantages to being perceived as less intelligent or stupid. These benefits can help individuals survive, be happy, and appreciate life's